Max, is Zalgus Zamagulov a real guy or is he a deep fake?
Because
I've seen him.
You've seen him?
I've seen him in real life.
Because he's fighting.
so
He's fighting on. He's fighting on
person.
Saturday. He's the.
He is. He looks.
He's the feature prelim.
Yeah, he's like an Asian Russian or something.
He is like an Asian Russian.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
Right?
Russia is
Exactly
technically
what
in
I
Asia.
called him.
Russia is technically in Asia. So you've seen him.
Now I
You
can't-
can confirm.
Zamas
Yeah.
is real,
Okay.
folks. You
He
heard it here
looks
first.
fake. He does look kind of interesting.
Yeah, he does.
Now I have to bring him up. Geez, shot.
I have had an entire bottle of wine during our conversation, so I'm pretty sure he's a deep fake. That's the whole point.
Dude.
It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast. It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Pretty Neat Podcast. I'm one of your three hosts. My name is Aaron. I have the takes that makes no sense, but occasionally they do, as I think my counterpart Ryan would attest to, because he has a memory like, what's something with a really great memory? An elephant?
Elephants
them-
do have good memories.
You
by
have
most accounts.
the
Confirmed.
memory of an elephant. You probably have equal, if not greater, trunks as well.
Which trunk are we talking about?
All the trunks.
Okay.
All the
All
We're
right.
talking like
All
surfboard trunks
I'm listening.
or like kickboxing trunks.
You know, like your trunk, which could be also defined as your midsection,
Like your core, yeah, the trunk.
right?
lift
The
is
core, the trunk,
Yeah.
or the trunks of your shorts, which would be your legs, your upper
Yeah.
legs,
Yeah.
and then also your trunk of your penis if you're a male, which would need some
Is that the title?
aftermarket editing, right? If you're
That's
looking to gain size in that region,
Trunk is a generous term.
the trunk of your junk, right? If we're looking to rhyme things, Aaron, we should be referring to you as the newsboy because of your chapeau, which I think is
Chapeau.
I'm
chapeau is
down.
French.
That is, yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think is very distinguished.
This
with
is
the
a
glasses
Donegal.
yeah, the glass combination is quite befitting, right?
Yes. Yeah, my beard fell off too.
It did.
Yeah.
You looked a
Oh,
little lighter in the
yeah.
face region.
Yeah,
I
it
knew
was
something was different.
It's the worst mistake. I'm so cold now.
You know, it's
Nothing gets
November.
by
It's
me.
no shave November, which
Yeah,
fun fact
I'm gonna get
was
prostate cancer now.
Actually raises $0.00 for prostate cancer, or
no, it raises a bunch. But I was gonna say fun fact, it was started in the country of Australia in 2003 by a couple of gentlemen, and then they started to raise that awareness and increasing popularity for prostate cancer. And I think as of 2003, they've raised over $170 million
Wow.
for
Okay, I was
prostate
wrong.
awareness.
Yeah,
Prostate
Uh,
cancer, get checked out. The finger in the ass is fun.
yeah. I pay
You know-
$8 a month to prostate cancer now. So
I don't do
Somebody's
it on a
getting that
monthly
money.
subscription. I can say that it has been done for me, and I will tell you that the first time is always memorable.
Oh,
that's
I don't know what they're all complaining about, frankly.
a great way to segue to Dom, who's the guy
yeah.
with the guy with the dome.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
dome. The dome.
We're here today. We are here today.
We are.
I have my fucking Spider-Man socks on. I'm ready.
Nice. Heck yeah.
We may talk about some Galaxy's Edge versus Adventure's campus.
Here's the
debate
thing.
later in the show, and I
No,
want to
no.
just let you know. I just want to let you know.
Okay.
I'm going to pan down. I am
Oh.
wearing. You can't see it because of my fucking
Is
microphone.
that your Avengers
what-
campus?
what's
But
on
I am
your
wearing.
right
I
arm?
am wearing an Avengers campus zip up
Yeah.
hoodie track jacket right now. Just so you know.
It was my intention to purchase that exact track jacket on Thursday, and I got sidetracked.
Ooh, you-
It's
You could
it's a
rock it.
it's an excellent purchase. I will tell you. It
Okay.
fits right.
Okay.
It feels good. It's slim, and it has a like a it's a collared hoodie, so
Yeah.
you don't have to zip it all the way, and you still get that collar effect, which is fantastic.
For professionalism.
Yes, exactly.
I feel
For
like
professionalism.
the fact that you're still bringing it up a week later means I'm right and you're wrong, and you know it, and you just don't know how to reconcile it, which is fine.
I
Sometimes
love
it's
the
hard to
fact
accept
that
the
you
truth.
think that just by the fact that we bring it up.
I can't wait till I can go again, just so I can be like the deciding factor.
Okay.
And the thing is I
What's-
want to go with both of you guys,
Yeah,
but I don't want
Yeah,
either of you
we
to be
have to
able
go.
to ask me what I think of anything.
that's
No,
fine.
it's at the end of the day. It's a conclusion. All right. What did you learn today, Aaron?
Yeah, what did
Was
you
it
learn?
Galaxy's Edge or was it Avengers Campus? And we allow you to be the deciding vote. And of course, I'll be sweetening the pod. I'll be rubbing your back and buying you popcorn buckets.
There will be no back rubbing.
I learned that I need to take us to wherever the food is first. And
So
wherever the good
cool thing
drinks
right now
are.
is they just
Mhm.
started the holiday food festival in California Adventure, which is
It
My
was
wife
all
is
open
actually-
actually a couple days early because I was there Thursday and the official day was Friday.
okay. My
Mhm.
wife is there right now,
Oh,
so
nice. Good for her.
she is partaking, and I am I'm
You're
Doing
here with
something
us.
fun.
I'm here talking to you guys, which is definitely what I prefer.
Yeah, it is.
I say
Go
that with no
to-
sarcasm.
This is
None.
none. This is like we have there's a couple hundred people out there in the fellowship now. We love all of you. Thank you. Go to the prettyneatpodcast.com, hit the mailbag, and send us your questions. We're going to answer them on the next episode. We're sorry that we never do. I'd say it's because you never send anything, but that'd be the truth and embarrassing. So what I'm going to say is we actually want you to send some stuff in. We'll compile from all the social medias. You can find them by going to theprettyneatpodcast.com. So go there and tell a friend. We would like for you to tell a friend. We're the Pretty Neat Podcast, where we talk about UFC and other pretty neat stuff that
That
we
is
like.
correct. You guys realize there were 14 fights at UFC 281 and 11 finishes.
That
Yes.
is the best segue ever.
Honestly, guys, like 280 versus 281, the hype on 280 was much, much larger. 281 delivered, over
On
delivered.
280? Oh, Oliveira Makachev?
Yeah, the card in general, right?
Yeah.
The hype on 280 was higher.
Okay.
281, you know what? They didn't hype up the rest of the card enough.
Yeah.
Like it was all about Israel facing Alex, and it ended how we kind of thought it was going to end.
No,
right?
don't say we. Don't say we.
You
We ended
two.
how I
two
thought it-
out of
yeah.
three. Two
You
out of three.
two.
But
You
I
two.
was riding with Alex from
No,
the
you were from
second
Jump
I
Street.
saw him flatline.
You were
Sean
on Jump
Strickland.
Street. You were
Yeah.
you were after what's his face?
Sean Strickland.
Yep. After
Mhm.
Strickland, you were
Mhm.
full on the Poeton bandwagon.
Yes. The Poeton. You can't say powwow. Poeton. I don't know. I'll post something.
Yeah.
Keep going.
What
keep
is
going.
the Portuguese term for indigenous people?
Is that?
'Cause That's
is
what
that
I mean. That's what
Poeton?
he's representing.
Question for you guys. Because this went, I mean, Israel won 3 out of 4 rounds, right?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well,
in the judges'
okay.
scorecards, yes.
Yes. Sorry, I was thinking about round 5 too. Okay, keep going.
That's all. He won 3 out of 4 rounds.
Right. How many rounds was the fight?
Doesn't matter because
No, it
he got knocked
does
out in the
matter.
5th.
Because it
And he
doesn't
still
matter that he
lost.
beat him in 3. Are we just gonna? Do you want to talk about them first, or do we want to work our way up? I
Now we
guess the
talk about them
momentum's here.
first. They're the big ones.
Here's the problem. What did you? I will be honest. In the 3rd, I was ready to get on here and eat crow. I was ready to say, all right, Israel has better ground game than we thought. Also, Alex's ground game is at least adjusted for the UFC, not good at all. And a guy like Robert Whitaker or fucking even Hamzat, it's going to give him real trouble. Or certainly a guy like Yuri Prohaska or Glover Teixeira, although I don't think he'd ever fight Glover. But a bigger guy with a nasty ground game is a real problem for him, and I think that is still true. The problem is he is so much bigger than Adesanya is.
So much
And
bigger.
Adesanya just doesn't have that show-stopping highlight power. He's a volume guy.
Mhm.
And had the fight gone to decision, certainly Adesanya was going to win 4 out of 5. The problem is it's almost like Francis. You have to be perfect for 25 minutes against him. And if you're not, you're going to lose. His kickboxing is so good. His striking is as good as Adesanya's. It's different, but it's as good. It's not worse. Right? Adesanya's, you can maybe argue, is better, but his is not worse. And my analogy that I gave you guys in the text that I think holds. He is rock and Adesanya is scissors. And right now, everybody else at 185 is paper. So Adesanya's had no trouble. They can rematch if they want, but I understand it was kickboxing, but we've seen him beat him now 3 times. What else do we need to see? He has his number. It's that simple. He has his number. He's got him figured out. He's a terrible matchup for him. It is what it is. Some of this might also be a product of Adesanya not having really been challenged in a very long time.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think Whitaker would be a fun next fight for Alex rather than Adesanya.
I'll tell you how that goes.
Probably very similar to the same
Yeah,
No,
unless
I think
Whitaker's
I
ground
think
game is
Whitaker-
much better.
Yeah, I think Whitaker dominates him.
for at least a round.
No, I think he just totally dominates him because he's that much more well-rounded and can employ a strong ground game and
So
take down.
is he paper then?
He's the paper in this equation, right?
But what did
Poatan is rock. He
what did
smashes.
Adesanya knock Robert Whitaker down with?
But Whitaker is not
vicious
as
left
big
hook.
Cut him.
as Pereira.
In the first fight with Adesanya versus Whitaker, he caught him with the left hand and then finished him because Whitaker came in too aggressively. The second fight, yes, officially Adesanya won, but there's a lot of contention around how that fight went in terms of how you would score that. It was a
Wasn't that the
much
first
more
fight?
competitive fight.
Yeah, you have
No,
it
the second
backwards.
fight.
You have
The
it
second fight.
backwards. The second
No.
fight, Whitaker got knocked out.
Yeah.
The first fight, Whitaker got knocked out.
You are incorrect.
No, you're incorrect.
I'm looking it up. Hang on. Nope, Ryan's right.
Thank
Brian's
you.
always right.
Yeah.
No, you're incorrect because that is how it happened. He got caught in the second round in the first fight, coming in strong, and Adesanya, who is best known as a counter striker, hit him with the left and then finished him. In the second fight, it was much more strategic, and you could debate how that fight went. However, the judges scored it for Adesanya.
Mhm.
If
I think we
Whitaker-
would all agree correctly.
Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't disagree with it.
Mhm.
I'm just saying there are people that stand on the side of Whitaker.
We
in
could go
terms-
back and listen to the show from that episode. We didn't know what we thought.
Whitaker, there are Whitaker homers, right?
Yeah.
That will say that he won that fight based on like ground control and overall control. But we have to understand that the scoring criteria for MMA has changed, at least in the UFC, where it's more about damage. It's all about
Mhm.
damage. And then you talk about control and ring dominance, et cetera, et cetera.
So what's next for both of them? A rematch?
Yeah, they've already called for it. ESPN, Brett Akamoto basically is like, yeah, already rematch. I would be okay with, hypothetically, them saying, Costa, you know what? It's your last fight in your deal. You've already said you're going to go away from the UFC. You're not going to re-sign. So we're going to dissolve the Whitaker Costa fight and then move Whitaker into the 284, make that a main event for the UFC middleweight championship.
Well, no, the main event there is Islam.
Well, that could be the co-main,
Volk.
right? You would put the middleweight over the lightweight, wouldn't you? Or would you not?
No. I
No?
think because of
Because
what
pound
Volk
for
has a chance
pound.
to do, the chance to be the double champ and
Pound for
with
pound.
all the Makachev hype. But isn't Robert Whitaker also from Australia?
Yes,
Mhm.
and it's in Perth.
That'd be
So they're
way
both in
good.
Perth.
Tough. That's tough.
Here's the thing: like I always think the heavier weight class, they always give that top billing. Not topper.
Yes, that is
that's not a
true.
word. But I agree with you that the chance for Alex Volkanovski to be a 2-belt champion simultaneously would automatically give that top billing. With Whitaker as the challenger, that should be co-main, and I would be good with that. And honestly, I want that to happen.
I
if
do
Coates
too.
is not going to re-sign with the UFC, why the fuck
Yeah.
do they give him that fight?
No, let him fight Sean Strickland.
Yeah, let him fight some.
Sure, yeah.
Let him fight some fuck.
Go have fun.
Well, that's 6 and 7. That would make sense.
Yeah, why not? Let him do it.
Okay. Do you think
about
Adesanya can
Is-
beat Pereira?
You mean Whitaker
No, I'm saying Adesanya in a rematch.
In a
in a
rematch.
rematch? Yes.
I think we all think Whitaker
Yeah.
can. Will
I
he
think-
is another story.
I think he could.
Okay.
Could. It's plus 320.
I think right now Izzy is like on the cards that have it a minus 120 favorite.
For a rematch.
Yep.
So it
The
comes
thing-
down to a couple of factors, right?
Alex will put
He-
in
he
the
lo-
work.
No, he lost in the later rounds.
Yeah.
And is it because of cardio where he's making
No, it's
poor
because of his
decisions?
nerve. He got kicked. His perennial
Is
nerve
it
went out.
Yeah, he talked about it.
Is it that yeah, he did talk about the movement with the lower
He was
leg
on
kick.
one leg. He had to kind of put some weight on the fence to kind of alleviate it a little bit. He kind of got stuck
The
there.
problem is though, that's damage Pereira caused, and
Yep.
you get stuck not moving against Pereira, and it's fucking lights out. He just hits so hard.
It does go
Clearly.
to show how tough Izzy was though for 3 rounds because he said it happened in the first. So like for 2 rounds at least where it was definitely a hindrance to his performance.
Yeah.
But he still won the rounds.
Do you
So, like,
do you also
wow.
buy into the fact that Pereira also took the 4th round off just to gain like some wind?
It sure as shit looked like it.
I mean, it fucking looked like it, right?
Yeah.
So what if he just comes out in the 5th and shoots a single and takes him down again? Pereira already, we know, ground is not where he's going to win the fight,
No.
right? So
Mhm.
hypothetically, that round starts off a little bit differently. He gets a takedown, he controls it, he wins on points. Now fast forward and we talk about 284. Hypothetically, Whitaker gets that fight against Pereira. Dude, he's going for the takedown all the time. All the time. Yes, he's going to lose on size. Pereira is so much
And power
bigger. He
and
looks
striking.
so huge as a 185er. But if he gets in close, he gets the clinch. He controls it. He's far more well-rounded. I think none of us would disagree on that.
Whitaker?
Whitaker, yeah. He gets that thing to the ground, and his whole game plan of winning is around that.
But is it the
Yeah.
Francis thing? Would you not say Cyril, Stipe, even Curtis Blades, certainly John Jones are all more well-rounded fighters than Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
Francis
I
just
think-
has the hammer, you know?
I feel like Alex would have to focus on takedown defense for his entire camp and keep his tools sharp and kind of get ready for a game. But I think he
there's
would
so
do
many
fine.
variables, right? I think
Yeah.
Pereira, even with the weight cut, like the next one could
Yeah.
be a real big challenge for him. He had to have the privacy screen. He was like the second to last guy to go up
Yeah,
for the
like
weight
5
cut.
minutes before the limit. Yep. And they get
And-
extra time for being the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he's 35. How much longer can he do that before he's like, man, I have to fight at 205? Or is he just fighting at 185 because Glover has one more fight and then he's gonna retire? The man has a Santa Claus beard, right? Glover has a Santa Claus beard.
Yeah.
He's not gonna fight after this fight. Win or lose,
Yeah.
he's done.
Let Alex take his place.
And then Alex
like
moves
Yuri.
up.
Alex Yuri is so much fun.
So
fun.
fun.
So much fun. Like, seriously, like
Nobody
I'm
needs
getting,
their
I'm getting
pants
excited
on.
just thinking about it. Just the violence on the feet.
Oh
Just
man.
so much violence. Like that left hand is so ready for Pereira every time because Yuri fights so wild and free. That left hand is there all the time. All the time.
Yeah, but so many other things are there for Yuri. Yuri on the ground went toe to toe with fucking Glover Teixeira.
I would put it on. I'd give this. I'd go Alex though in a heartbeat because Yuri gets tapped.
Yuri
He
is
gets
big though,
tapped.
dude. Yuri's big.
That is the thing.
Yuri's
That's the question.
huge.
He's so big.
He has a chin. He's been able to take punishment. But you're right,
Mhm.
Aaron. He takes fucking hits.
I don't know how many Alex Pereira hits you can take.
I don't
I
either.
really, I don't. The number is not more than 3.
No.
It might even be 2.
We all watched UFC Embedded, right?
Yeah.
Right. And they talked about
kind
his
of
coach.
a week showing
Yeah,
for them.
it wasn't great. The thing I took from that I'm going to make the point now is that his coach, who was a heavyweight fighter, who is a large man, said he never had to ice his hands. And then after hitting pads with Alex Pereira, said he's got to ice his hands because he hits so fucking hard. Now, that could be embellishment for the show. Most likely correct. But there's some truth to that. Right? At the very least, there's some truth to that, and that he hits exceptionally hard, given the fact that he has that kind of stopping power at 185 and likely will translate to 205 as well.
I think he has some sort of tendon issue similar to that of the second best movie ever made, Rookie of the Year, where it gets stuck and like it just snaps at that exact perfect angle, you know. He hits whoever they are in their nose, and they run screaming funky butt loving to whoever
butt loving.
I
forget what the best movie ever made was. What was that? If it wasn't Rookie of the Year?
No one will ever know that.
I also don't remember.
That has never been told. There will never be a reveal of the greatest movie ever made on this podcast.
In the eyes of one Aaron?
At least.
At the very least.
There can't be, because it changes too much, you know? There can only ever be a second favorite, because...
there's always number 2, right?
I saw Black Panther.
Hey, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Have you guys seen it?
Not yet.
I'm going to see it on Saturday.
Okay, we'll have to... I won't be on next week, but the week after, we'll have to...
Yeah. People got to tune in.
Yeah, you like 60 seconds on the clock. What are your initial thoughts of the movie?
Oh, it's really good.
Okay.
Did I tell you there's a whole side thing with it for me that turned out to be true that I was very shocked by. It was quite enjoyable. I thought under difficult circumstances, they executed about as well as you possibly could. I think the idea of from like a world building standpoint, they've done a phenomenal job with Wakanda, where the rest of their stories take place just in the everyday world, and obviously Wakanda is a fictional place.
What?
Whereas I thought like Captain Marvel was a little too on the nose with some of its messaging. There's a hot take for you. This one did some stuff kind of subtly that I liked. The Dora Milaje are fucking badass, as you guys both know, and they continue to be. We get I just don't want to spoil stuff for you.
Well, please don't. No spoilers. Plus, I want to know if Kamaru Usman is any good. Like, I really need to know if he's good.
You want me to tell you?
Is that his actorial debut?
Okay,
I don't know.
I won't tell you.
No,
I don't know. Weili and Carla. That pretty much went exactly how
exactly how everybody thought it was going to go.
Yeah, except it was a choke to unconscious almost. Gave her the ability to tap. Good for her.
Yeah, I mean it's almost a mercy, right? That's almost a mercy by Zhang to try and suffocate her as opposing to bludgeoning her repeatedly in the face.
Yeah, it was it was weird because it was impressive in how to form it was. Is that appropriate to say? It was
very impressive. It was very impressive.
It could have been a UFC 4 EA Sports sponsor the Pretty Neat podcast. Please come on. Where it could have been a simulation, and that would have been it 99 times out of 100. And on the 100th, it would have been Weili by knockout.
It was
Carla was going to go to the ground, right?
Yeah. No, Carla wanted to take it to the ground.
Yeah.
And
so
then
Weili,
it went to the ground, just not in her favor because she's not a defensive grappler.
The gap between those two is a real chasm.
Nice.
A real Marianas
Zhang-
Trench. It's a
Zhang-
Marianas Trench of a chasm.
It is. We like Carla on this show, but Zhang is so much better. It's not even. It's like,
Nah.
what are we even
Just
watching?
The way that you phrase it, as Dom would say, see, she's so good. She's so good.
So I was thinking about this, and I'm sorry to like come back from the bathroom and just railroad whatever you guys were talking about, but is Rose to Zhang kind of what Pereira is to Stylebender?
Like Rose has Zhang's
Yeah.
number.
Does Rose just have her number? Is she just a terrible matchup for her? I don't know.
I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same dynamic.
I
To be
tend
quite honest.
I think I have to sort of lean towards agreeing with you on that, but man,
Mm-hmm.
But like now you're like, okay, so do they do the trilogy? Like they gotta do the trilogy. The alternative is her fighting Lemos. That doesn't make sense.
see, no. I think it does. I think Zhang fights Lemos because Zhang took exactly 0 damage in that fight. She probably was. She probably wasn't even tired after. And then so you make Carla and Rose fight. The winner gets another shot at Zhang.
No.
Or Zhang goes up and fights Valentina.
I like that too. I like
like
the second
that.
thing that you just
I
said.
think I have
but,
Zhang in that fight, you guys.
But Rose's documentary just came out. You have her fight Carla? No.
Rose has a documentary.
Yeah.
Really?
Is it called "I'm the Best" and she's the one saying it?
No, it's not.
What's it
I
called?
think it's just called. What is it called? It came out.
I don't know.
I have to look it up. I want to watch
Is it called Thug?
I wish it was, but I don't think that's his.
It seems appropriate.
I gotta before we head out. Fuck the rest of 281. Michael Chandler should have finished his business. He didn't. Throw it straight. Don't loop it. You know, whatever.
Welcome to the Pretty Neat Podcast, my friend. We talk about UFC and other pretty neat stuff. I'm glad you were here. It was so last minute. How you doing?
I'm tired. I'm trying to wake up here. How are you guys?
Damn, what's got you so tired?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Look at your hand, man. Oh my gosh. What is that? Why you're tired?
No, they gave me some Norcos for this, but I haven't been taking them really. I just took a nap, man. To be honest, I've been since the fight, we've just been doing a bunch of stuff, and I was in New York City just now. Got back yesterday.
Were you at 281?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, man.
281 is awesome. I had one of the times of my life. I love New York.
Do you want to give us any of your thoughts on? Well, okay, let me back up. I'm sorry. What's your favorite place to eat in New York?
I've only been there one time, so
Okay, fair enough.
I say my favorite place though was Stone Pizza.
Okay.
One of my favorite places I've ever been to.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
This is more my thing and less Dom and Ryan's, but man, I was watching a lot of Instagram video of Kevin Holland and Jamal Hill walking through New York, and I wished I was with them the entire time. Because and I mean they were smoking up like the biggest storm I'd ever seen. But man, that's was this your first time to New York ever?
Yeah, but I have a lot of connections, a lot of cannabis connections. Just from being out here. But yeah, I went to this place called Stone Pizza. Met the pizza pusher. Yeah, it's incredible. It's basically a 3-course meal, cannabis infused.
Yeah,
pizza. Yeah, they do that.
okay.
They do that at a place in Phoenix.
Stoned Pizza.
Yeah, it's like
all right. That makes sense.
Private place. You got to know the people. You got to know the guy inside. You got to show him. That's for the guy at the door. Show him your phone. But yeah, delicious meal, beautiful menu. Everyone in there is smoking. Everyone's high. They bring you all kinds of different stuff to smoke. And I smoked this 7-gram meat wrap thing. It was incredible. Delicious pizza, the garlic knots, the gelato at the end, the cannoli. Oh my God, it was
Damn, this
So
place looks
great.
legit. This place looks legit. Like they have like cigar level blunts rolled up on their
Yeah, they
website.
sure do.
7 grams, dude.
It says, "Whatever I do it better stoned."
my
And the
wife.
food was delicious. It just wasn't like just it was infused. Like it was incredible. The salad.
Okay.
Like,
And I'm stuck in Texas. I gotta come back to California where you guys are.
Yeah,
That was your-
California
that
will
was your
legalize
choice.
literally everything except betting on fucking sports. So don't get me started because
yeah.
You know what's funny? I mean, like, who saw that coming? Like that landslide of a no coming on in California.
I don't know.
California's a bunch of idiots, so I'm not
Yep.
surprised
Yeah, that's true.
by anything that these people vote for around here.
Max, speaking of that, can I ask you a question? So there was, and if you don't want to talk about it or don't know, feel free, but there was some gambling controversy just I think on the card you were on, right? With
That was a card after. That was
Yeah, it was the card after.
about Benner,
okay, sorry.
Benner and that Asian dude.
As a fighter, do you have a thought on that? Do you have a
Yeah, it sounds like some bullshit. It sounds like someone said something.
okay?
Someone had to say something for the line. Yeah, I mean, people that know, the line went crazy.
Mhm.
I think the guy was minus or plus 200, and then he went to like plus 400 that morning.
Yeah.
Vice versa too for, and for I guess they hammered under first round knockout and stuff like that. Got hammered, and then dude ended up being hurt and gets finished. Someone said something, maybe James Krause. I don't know. Someone on their team. Someone had to say something, or this would not have happened.
Okay. So you're obviously around this stuff. Do you way more than we are?
Totally.
It's not unreasonable then to think someone's got some loose lips.
It's impossible for that not to happen.
Okay. Fair. No, that's fair. Because we talked about it, and that was kind of my take, but I'm not connected to it every day.
I mean,
so
the coincidence of that happening. And then I guess I even saw that there's like an alert that goes off.
Yeah.
When the lines change. That's some new shit that I learned, but
And how the fuck did TJ keep it down? Like,
exactly.
Like that's crazy to me because we were talking about the same thing, and like frankly, we all thought TJ
he wanted to fight. That's why.
And that's it. He
wanted
kept
to
it
fight.
down.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. If you don't want that getting out, then
Yeah,
it's
don't.
not gonna get out.
Yeah. Well, dude.
Interesting.
We'll start.
Really? I mean, think about that, and then you got Minner.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I'm following you.
Your fight with Dirty Bird was awesome. I mean, thank you for providing that display of your art. Your hand, I mean, gonna take a while. How long we talking?
I go in the morning not funny story, but I hurt
Anything
my
is
hand.
funny with the right attitude, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Or the right herb.
I guess. So my hand. So I fight Tam that night. I take my glove off. My bones like sticking out of my skin. Didn't break the skin, but it was in the skin sticking up. And I'm like, oh shit. They're like, oh shit. And they end up just ace wrapping it, popping it back in place. So I get an MRI X-ray that week. I get back that Monday. I go see the specialist, and he just looks at my hand. It's like, yeah, I'll see you next week. And I'm like, no, there has to be an injection. I need like rehab. There has to be something that can be happened. So I ended up getting a second opinion from some real specialist kind of guy. And he's like, oh yeah, we need to do surgery in the morning. I'm like, oh, shit. So I was adamant about seeing him, and I'm glad I did, because I did need surgery. They put a couple pins in my thumb, the bone to bone, and let it heal, and then I'm going to take it out, in 3 weeks. But I go tomorrow to get this taken off. I guess underneath, I have wires that are sticking out of the skin. So they're going to take this off and form some like brace that the wires like hook into. I don't know. But it's not so bad. You know, I used to doing shit with one hand. My left hand is getting really skilled. The dexterity already has been getting impeccable, man. Chopsticks, here we come. I need a spoon with everything. I've been eating like a retard, but now I'm feeling much better. There's always a bright side. Realistically, maybe another 2 months before I could smash with this, but dude, I was hitting hard, man. That Tim Means, man, he's tough, dude.
He's a tough guy.
Remember hitting him and like, damn, this full stuff. I remember cracking his nose and just smashing.
Is that? I apologize. This is a dumb question. Is that like a thought you have in the middle of the fight? Like I'm being honest.
Like this is a really tough motherfucker.
This motherfucker
like,
is tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hit him. Like, fuck, this dude's tough.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that in my head.
And that, I mean, like that will go down in my mind as a 30-27, like no matter what. Even Tim Means came up afterwards and was like, what was that? Like split decision
he
bullshit.
did say that. He did say that.
And and that was cool of him because that was pretty one-sided. And you, sir, like maybe cost me my line on DraftKings with Carlos Condit, but I gotta say though, that was awesome. That was a great fight as well, man. So just thank you, because every single one of these things is a performance, and I'm so happy when people like you use the platform for really good things as well. I hope that everything with your coach, ALS is a scary thing, and you made that call on your last one instead of a call out. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got guys I still want to beat up, but I just felt like that was more important. It was kind of shitty, man. He was supposed to come out. I mean, he didn't, which is fine. I mean, I get it. He messaged me like on Wednesday. Because he comes out Thursday. He's like, yo, I have to make this decision. I'm not going to make it out this time. He's making it out for every one of my fights for the last 16 years. Every single one. So for him to say, you know, I had to make that decision was like, damn. Like you know, like he had to, you know what I mean? Like
you know what it costs him, you know what it means to him.
Yeah, and I know he didn't want to make that choice for him to have to make that, like that's heavy for him. So
yeah,
I appreciate it, you know, and I could beat someone up after, like I told him like we know what to do. The Hayes in the barn, we train, ready to whoop this fool ass. And,
you said there was somebody on your mind though. Who was it that you do want to whoop their ass, man? Because now I gotta know, bro.
Because
is it a call out, or do you just want to kick someone's ass?
Don't worry, we've thought about it.
Who do you have?
Oh, we got to know yours first, man. We got to know yours first. You said it first.
No, there's numerous guys. I want to fight the Leech.
Oh,
that's a good fight. That's a good fight.
And that fool was standing in front of me at the freaking at the weigh-ins. It was in my way for part of that shit.
Motherfucker, next time I see you back.
Okay. We have
the Leech, Luke. I want to fight Luke.
That's an action fight.
That's
an action
two.
fight.
I want to fight D-Rod.
That's who we have.
That's it, man.
That's who we have.
That's who we were thinking we wanted you to fight.
That's who we think that would be such a good fight. My request is, because he's got tradecraft, of course, and I know these things, is that y'all at least have a great fight after the fight just to outsmoke each other, because that would be beautiful. I will fly to where that fight is to ref for the first time professionally. Because I might be semi-qualified. That's a good fight, man. Why do you like that fight?
We've talked about the fight too.
You and D-Rod?
Yeah, like we're cool. I've seen him. We've kind of ran each other a few times. We were in UFC Phoenix. We were both faded, and we're like, "Fuck, we're gonna fight, bro." I'm like, I'm down to fight, you know. And he's like, "Me too." I was like, "Well, we're probably gonna fight. So fucking say it now. His hand was fucked up at that point. And I was like, all right, cool. So we're gonna fight, whatever, yada yada. But recently, the other day, I had a freaking Google alert, and it said, "Ding ding ding, D-Rod said some shit about you." So I'm like, "What this supposed to say?"
What did he say?
What did he say?
It's when he was gonna fight Neil Magny. It was like the day before. He said he did an interview saying that Neil Magny is like a gatekeeper for 170. He's like guys like Max Griffin. He's like Neil Magny shut him down. That's what that fool said. I was like, he didn't shut down shit.
No, not at all.
Fuck that.
I did not agree with the judges on that fight, and we can go back to that episode. That was a fight night in March.
That was Columbus, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
He did hold me. He did hold me for like 3.5 minutes, third round. But I won the first 2 rounds.
But you went to a split decision with him, and D-Rod got submitted by him. So
I know.
So, hey, there it is.
I don't want to stir the pot. I don't want to stir the pot, but I'm going to get out my wooden spoon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So who got shut down? You know. So I saw it like, you know, some good jokes. I was like, But
that's the HMF belt as well. So and now that would be amazing.
The HMF king, yo. I'm with this. So we will fight. I did see him the other night in New York. It was like, like I looked at him. We talked. He came in like, "What's up, Max? We're okay again." He's like, "I hate that motherfucking Neil Magny." I'm like, "Yeah." You know, fuck the Magny. And then I'm looking at him like, you motherfucker said that shit about me, you know? And he's looking at me, just like something was up. And I'm looking at him like, you know what's up.
And like when I hear about like with this type of thing where you guys converse and you engage with each other, and the shit talk between y'all would be fantastic. Like if that fight is booked, and it would be good because like I can tell you guys are on good terms. Like I knew Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler didn't hate each other, right? These are two guys in business that are gonna make the most money possible by getting the most eyes and ears on it as possible. And I feel like you and D-Rod have that professionalism that would really put a lot of attention on that.
Yeah, that would be a sick fight. That would be Smoker's paradise on that fight.
That would be a good fight for that. And I mean, I think that'd be a number, man. I think that's number 15.
Yeah, because he's number 12, I think.
Is he? We have to look at the rankings.
He's 15 right now.
Well, he was. Did he get out?
No, he's 15.
He's 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's still in there.
Yeah. I think that'd be a great fight. And I think the leech would be good too, especially when it's personal, when somebody's standing in your way at a show.
I sparred with the leech too. I sparred with the leech a little bit at Alpha Male one time. They wanted to he was in there, and I don't really like sparring people that I fight. I just don't. But I did. Fuck it. And they had all these cameras and shit. And I was like, no, I told you right. You better tell those fools to turn those cameras off because you ain't doing that. So yeah, we sparred a little bit. They turned the camera off and we sparred, and then that was it. But yeah, I always want to fight him.
Yeah,
for sure.
That'd be a good.
I want to fight all these guys. I caught all these guys out before, you know, all these guys. Man.
What do you think about?
I want to fight all these guys, man.
Jeff Neal would be great, and if you did it in Dallas, that'd be awesome. I'd get up there and
see where they want, man.
What do you think about the upcoming main event between Wonder Boy and Kevin Holland? Because that's a fun welterweight fight. Regardless, like that's just way fun.
Yeah.
Thompson's got like his distance management down. I mean, it's what he does, right? But Kevin Holland gets in there. He finds his way. He doesn't close range. He gets under your skin. Like that's what he does.
I never even really thought about this fight. Like what would happen in it, you know?
Do you
have to kind of play it?
How much time do you probably don't spend too much time thinking about fights that aren't really concerning you, right? I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, but
Neither of
even
them are from your gym.
some fights I've thought about, like, I wonder who would win
Okay.
that, you know. But this fight is one that no one's like asked me about or that I had to like. I mean, I'm almost going to this fight. Probably not. I got tickets to the fight, but then I'm so like burnt out from flying to Orlando, man.
Yeah, Orlando's far away.
Who's banging on my door?
Is it the little one?
Hello?
If it's D-Rod, it is the Pretty
It
Neat
is.
podcast where shit like this comes
I
up.
like
That's
it.
for sure. There was something else specific that I was going to ask, and I totally forgot what it was now.
You're gonna talk about how disgusting Chandler is, though. You can talk about
Okay,
that.
yeah. I mean, let's
Yeah,
talk about that. There's a
go
lot
ahead.
of shit being talked about,
That was
dripping
disgusting.
in blood and
Dude,
trying
when he
to
blew his
aim,
nose all in his
snot, blood
mouth.
snot rockets.
Oh man,
That was probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in a fight. What are the top three? That was just fucking disgusting.
and the fish hook.
In your experience, how many fighters are going in looking to do potentially, allegedly, right, stuff like that?
That Russian piece of shit that I fought did all try that stuff.
Oh,
Zalima Mendeyev. Dude, he grabbed the cage, underhooked the cage, would have put all 10 fingers into the cage.
You
bro.
beat
Yeah.
him too. You
Double
beat him
underhook
too.
of me.
That was a
Yeah, I did.
that was a
personal,
majority
man.
decision right there.
That was personal. That was
So
personal.
tell me,
Did it become personal because of that
was
shit?
he
No, it was personal the whole week.
what was he
dude.
what was he
That
trying to do?
fool-
Was he trying to like obscure your eyes by bleeding in your eyes?
Dude,
that
that
was
dude.
Holloway Poirier too.
Yeah. Speaking of Poirier, yeah, he was a prince, a Dagestani prince. He was such a piece of shit. He all fight week, he's trying to throw shit at me, start fights in the restaurant. The cops were called, like UFC staff had to get extra security for him. It was a mess, dude.
That's a nightmare.
It was a mess. Like, how old are you, dude? Like, it was his debut, and he was, yeah. I found out from Cody Garbrandt that because Ali was his manager, because
Mhm.
Cody was his manager, and he said that dude's a prince, and that's why he was acting however he wants, because like a real prince.
So he's got that.
But thank you for
entitled-
beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, he's got that entitled attitude going.
Yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, dude, he was holding the cage numerous times. It was like 7 times.
That's bullshit. Speaking of debuts, you had Colby Covington in your debut. What a fucking debut. That's
Dude,
crazy.
I did pretty good against him though. I did real good against him.
Mhm.
If you watch who he fought after and everyone since, I think the last person. What the fuck is that sound?
I'm getting nervous now too.
Dude. I can't shoot with my
Dude, I'm like, you don't live like near the Winchester mansion, do you? I know that's up
Hell
in
no.
NorCal.
Hell no. I live in the suburbs.
Shit, bro. That's fucking weird.
But I can't shoot with my fucking. I mean, I guess I can shoot. I'll do what I got to do. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's wild. That's so weird.
So you
that
fight
happened.
Colby in your UFC debut, but he's not.
Yeah,
Is he? He's not number 2 welterweight in the world at that point, right? So
no, he's on a streak though.
Yeah.
But dude, I heard him. I almost Kamared him, dude. Like, dude, I did the best against him as anyone's done in like the last like 4 years or some shit.
except
Like,
maybe Kamara, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Since
Yeah.
that,
Mhm.
dude, he's just fucking raped everyone, dude.
I credit
yeah.
that. I credit that to you, like being so well rounded and kind of being an MMA fighter, you know, kind of through and through. Whereas, like he's a wrestler, right? He adapted all the other aspects of martial arts to his wrestling, the one that he focused on. And I think of everyone that was put in front of him, they were all kind of specialists until you're kind of more of a well-rounded guy. So you had more tools. in that fight. But once somebody gets punched in the face and you're not expecting it, bro, you never know what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, it was a good first one. I learned a lot though. I learned so much.
How different is it going to the UFC from a different organization?
I mean, for me, the first fight, dude, it was Poirier. No, sorry, McGregor Diaz part 2.
Yeah, heard
Dude,
of him.
The magnitude.
Yeah,
The magnitude of a first like fight check-in and like fight week at there compared to like Apex, it's a whole different, a whole different animal. Realistically, it was way over my head.
Okay.
As far as, I mean, I'm real like a cerebral kind of guy anyway. And I've wanted to be in the UFC for so long. It was like a dream, dude. Really, it was a dream that was real. Like Connor's walking around like with his crew and like, dude, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is like, we're here. I was more on like a take a picture of me kind of shit. Like with my team, like, dude, I'm signing a picture with Rumble Johnson. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. I signed pictures with Rumble that day. But I'm like, more like, take a picture. Like, like I was more like, dude, this is Nate Diaz is with his crew and Rick Story. And, dude, it was just like insane. Like, I'm coming from like a regional show, right? Being the man, having the belt, and all this shit, and you're, dude, like there's Dana, and you're really here. It was a movie, dude. And then even fighting, remember Bruce Buffer? Dude, even in backstage, Cerrone's in the room with the big speaker and shit. He's playing his music, cowboy music, and he's kicking pads. It was like a wild, like, I was more like a spectator to myself, like than being in the moment. Really, I mean, even when I fought, like, I remember Bruce Buffer being like, "It's time." Like, he's really there, dude. And the camera is like coming to you and back, and there's a guy with the cords. You're just like, it's a heavy moment, man.
Well, that's so. I'm looking at your resume. Like, you've been on some big cards, like multiple McGregor cards, Stipe DC, like that.
Hey, you bring the show.
And I've
you got to be on the show
all
cards.
Split decisions, dude. Masvidal said he was a split decision king. I am the split decision emperor. There's been numerous that I should have won.
How do you not have a number next to your name?
In a scheme of things, bro, I don't know. But I've beat majority of those guys. I've really only lost like twice in my career, dude. 3 times.
Uniquely, we've had we had Roxanne Modafferi on the podcast. She came up on Tough, right? We have had friends whose siblings were on Tough, and we've talked about the Contender Series and all of these paths to the UFC, right? You didn't do either of those. You earned your way there by winning in other organizations, right up, getting eyes on you, right? You weren't on looking for a fight or anything like that.
No, I wasn't. I didn't get a shortcut.
You blue collar UFC, working your way to the belt, man. That's you call it MMA, not UFC. Like, that's a beautiful story, and the movie's gonna be fucking awesome. If you don't mind, I'll probably post this on socials. I hope you think it looks cool. Cool.
That's super sick, dude. That's super sick. Yeah, I did something like that before.
Where does the nickname come from? We do a lot of nickname stuff on this show. Where does your nickname come from?
numerous stuff. I was big on the game.
And that was that. Yeah. You pull it off better than Marky Mark, by the way, because that was a Photoshop of him. You pull it off better.
I was big on the game. Max Payne, I used to rap a little bit too back in the day. Max Payne was like a rap name too. And Pain, man. I mean, yeah, Max Payne was just been what I was. I mean, like a lot for the game. Yeah, a lot for the game, but it works for fighting, man. I hurt people. And I deliver the pain. It's just what it is.
Do you decide on it, or is there like, do you like run it by people? Like, how does, because I like it. I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong.
Producers get in there, agents, some fucking marketing guy.
No, this was before that, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's some names that are like pretty rough. We're just like,
you could tell there wasn't a vote.
Right. Right. Who's the vanilla gorilla? I hate that one. Yeah. Chase Sherman.
Yeah,
Fuck Chase Sherman. We don't like him on this show.
wipe that smiling smile
On
off
the
your
show,
face,
I'm like,
Sam
fuck
Alvey.
Chase Sherman. I see him in person. I'm like, hi, Mr. Sherman. How are you? It's good to see you today.
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, like our Rumble, Rumble. My wife and I got married in Vegas, and we went. It was actually, these two were there. Actually, it was a good time. Everybody was hammered. Nobody remembers anything.
Not a
Perfect
minute.
wedding. And but the day before, we're walking through New York, and I just see the largest human being I've ever seen in my life. And like I've seen Tito Ortiz's head in person, and like that is a large human being. But that large human being was Anthony Rumble Johnson walking by, and I knew as soon as he smiled, because he turned to me and smiled at me, man. And his eyes are piercing. His eyes are amazing. You fall into him, man. Heterosexually, most attractive eyes I've ever seen. And just how that guy ever got to 170.
I know. I saw him when I was an amateur. I think I was still an amateur, but I was fighting 170. And Rumble was fighting 170. I seen him at a Muay Thai tournament, like doing like a signing, and he walked by me, dude. He had to be like 230 pounds, dude. And I'm looking at him like, he walked by. I'm looking at my arms like, he's 170.
I gotta fight that.
I was like 170, like 172 or something, you know.
So what do you walk around at, and what's the weight cut like for you?
Now I'm like high 90s. Shit, this last camp I got the 215.
Stone Pizza, man. Stone Pizza put you up in the 190s.
Hey, I'm already in the 190s. I'm probably in about 200 right now.
How's the cut for you then? I mean, with your injury, it's definitely...
Well, it's different now. But before, dude, I got the lightest I've been. This last cut, I wanted it to be the easiest cut I've ever had in my life. So I started my diet early. UFC has me on these like bomb ass Titan burritos. And they're delicious. But that's not good for weight cutting when you have a fight in a few weeks. So I, on my own, did my egg whites, my spinach, like my little regimen I used to do. And dude, I got low. It's the easiest weight cut. I think on fight night, I only had to cut like 6 pounds or something. Like, not fight night. The cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I only cut like 5 or 6 pounds, dude.
That's awesome.
It made it easy. It was the easiest setting. Yeah. I put the sauna suit on, went in the sauna, did a little burrito, weighed myself, got in the sauna again without a sauna suit on, and then came back out, little burrito, and then easy money, the easiest ever. Because, dude, I've had weight cuts where it just sucks. I mean, they all suck, but they could suck less.
Yeah,
makes sense.
For
like,
sure.
Always
No, it makes a ton of sense.
But if you could prepare just to do any extra little shit to make it easier, every pound matters.
So then when you're, and last question for me, and you've been great. We've loved having you. What is your, when you're in camp, 6, 8, 12 weeks, whatever it is, how do you split your time between striking, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, cage tactics like you see on all the MMA gym calendars? Like, what are your days like?
They're all different. I go to a multitude of places. Some guys go to just, most people, I imagine, just go to one gym
Okay.
But like, I go to MMA Gold, I go to Team Alpha Male, I go to Marinova's Kickboxing, I go to Game Fit for my strength and conditioning. And then we like have this thing called Grapple Boys with me, Ryan Loader, Anthony Hernandez, Elliot Kelly, all these like badass grappler dudes, and then all their black belts. We like meet on our own and fucking roll and grapple for like 2 hours a week. And that's like, we're talking all American wrestlers, Pan Am champions. Everyone's real good. So that's like a mix of, we do technique, we drill, and we like what do you guys want to work? So it's like shit that we've been working, or stuff we've seen, or stuff we saw in the last weekend's fights, you know, and then we'll work it, and then we'll train, we'll roll. So we do that. But I mean, I go to pro practice, I go to kickboxing class, I do jiu-jitsu, like it's every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like it's all separated. I'm at kickboxing twice a week and MMA going 3 days a week and pro practice 3 days a week. It's like all staggered. It's all staggered. And then I do 5 days a week of aerobic capacity cardio. Yeah. It's like an hour and a half of either swimming, biking, assault bike, just that
like
mid-range
VO2
cardio
max stuff.
Yeah, just to build that capacity, man.
Okay.
I really took my cardio serious.
And you've been with them for a long time. You're kind of, the way you're sharpening your skills and acquiring new ones has been with the same group for quite some time, right? You've had the same, if not corner, for almost your last like 6 fights. Am I crazy?
No, you're right. I did bring in
kind of
Ryan
rare.
Loader, though. Yeah, it's true, but I did bring in Ryan Loader, All-American, Iowa. He's nasty. Yeah, he'll be in the UFC soon. He's
You heard it here first.
Yeah, he'll be in the UFC real soon.
Got to get the rookie card with your Chronicles, your Panini cards this year. Awesome. The rookie is beautiful. Yeah. I haven't gotten one of your autos yet, and I'm super bummed about it. So like, I got to get one of those. That's one of the ways. We all do independent stuff outside of the show, right? We all have our careers, but this is our get together from across the country and talk about what we love with the people that we love. And like UFC cards and like trading them with people and selling them like keeps the show going. It's way fun. So like seeing when like like Ryan Hall bought cards off of me because I had a bunch of his cards and I had to sell them to him.
Yeah.
So it's like dope to see when the fighters find them and like they're cool and like them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm one of the guys in the hobby. So I'm in the hobby for sure. The community is good to me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they find my cards. I hop on their streams, I go on Whatnot. I do a bunch of breaks with them, and I'm in a bunch of different groups. But dude, if they find my cards, I found one of your gold chronicles, or they'll tag me like, "Hey, Max wants to buy that." Like if someone finds a card of mine that I don't have, like the community will like make sure that I see it and fucking talk, you know, like I've gotten 1-on-1s of mine, I got golds, I've gotten and it's all through the community, like, hey, you pulled that, awesome. But Max is cool and he wants it.
Yeah. The Facebook group is like, a couple of the groups are so legit like that. I'll definitely post the episode on there, and like I'll say that you recognize them because there's scammers out there and cheats and like when Ryan Hall contacts you because he wants to buy your cards for his kids, you think it's bullshit. Yeah. And then, of course, you do, and it's not. Like, there's people out there that love this stuff, too. I mean, I imagine if Pokemon exists, they would want their own cards.
Some people are cool. Some people are money hungry, which is cool. That's cool, too. Most people hit me up. Dude, I got your gold. I'll sell it to you for $1,600. You know, I'll sell it to you for $1,600. That, you know, that's what the comps are. Yada yada. You know, he's like, and then the same card, the guy's like, well, can we meet? And then I want you to send this merch for me, and then you can check for my kid, and then I'm like, how about fuck off?
Yeah,
How about
yeah,
that?
that's
You
right.
know?
Yeah, you know, some dude,
How about fuck
You
off?
know?
Indeed.
But then the next day, this guy from fucking Alabama or something, he's like, yo, my dad pulled your car. He'd love for you just to have
Was it Bryce Mitchell?
You know, same car. No. Same car. Shout out to Bryce Mitchell. He's the homie.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like Bryce, but the dude sent me a card, and I sent him like a fight jacket from one of the fights and signed that. Some shit that he want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude's hella stoked. Dude didn't even like want anything for it in return. He just wanted me to have it. You know what I mean? So there's the card community is solid, man. I'm telling you, the card community, even for my coaches thing, they helped me raise like $2,000, $3,000 for him on just buying packs. They were buying packs for like $300, $200, you know, just to get that money up for me and my coach.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. When it's a different sport, but when Albert Pujols hit his 700th home run or 701, whichever one it was, the guy that caught it was like, I'm not going to give it to him. I'm like, dude, fuck you. He hit all those 700 home runs, not you. Like what? Exactly. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, he might want this amount of money or this. Like, just fucking give it to him. Like, shake his hand. He's a legend. He hit that fucking home run. It's a baseball, dude. It doesn't mean shit to you. It means everything to him.
Exactly.
And like it's about the experience too. Like we all went to UFC 270 together in Anaheim. And like we got to meet like a bunch of people like Uriah Hall and Michael Chiesa, Cheeto, you know, folks like that. And like a lot of people walk up and they got like a stack of cards and a pen. Like, here, you're just actually my autograph factory for eBay today. But like then there's the people like like my dumbass who like doesn't bring anything. And I just want to meet him. And like I dropped my COVID vaccination card out. He's like, Michael Chiesa's like, Michael Chiesa's like, bro, I can't sign that for you. I was like, spot on, well played. But yeah, they're a good crew. And like you can feel my pain. Like you look for those 101s. It's a lottery ticket, you know. You find a 101 that could change your life. Like legitimately, I'm doing startups, I'm bootstrapping and like stuff like that. So money's tight. I pull a 101 Islam Makhachev right now. I can pay my mortgage for 6 months. And like I pulled a 101, my only one in like a year, and it's Chuck Liddell.
Nice.
Good market. Everyone loves the Hall of Famer. And there's this crease through the whole card from the print. Like it just got fucked up. Man, and like Panini, bro, like I filed that redemption 7 months ago. That
happens in Pokemon too. The factory line or whatever they call it.
Yeah, definitely. But man, dude, if I pull any Griffins, I'll definitely hit you up first before I add them to my PC.
I have two of the 101s. I need
is that what you
left are in the black or in the selects, the blacks.
Do you know if they've been broke anywhere? Has anywhere?
No one's seen them. No one's seen them. But I have my gold vinyl 101. I got my platinum blue 101. Out of Chronicles, we just need the selects that haven't been seen. No one's seen them. No one's posted it in Israel or anything.
They're sitting in a Target somewhere in Huntsville, Alabama, or whatever. I don't know how those cards work. Maybe I'm wrong.
They're in Jacksonville.
No, it's somewhere. Well, look, I had a red. Listen to this. I had a red. So I have was it season ticket optic? They're autos in this Chronicles. And they're supposed to be base. It's like silver, red, gold, and then the 101 vinyl. I had the 101, I had the gold, and I had the base. I didn't see any reds for 4 months. Like I've been looking. I've seen Jalen Turner's. I've seen the other ones, not mine. So I thought they didn't make it. Like they fucked up, didn't print this one. The day on fight day, dude. This dude, the day before fight day, pulls it, but he's like in Mexico or something. It's all Mexican. It's all Spanish. Every shit on his Instagram, I'm like, oh shit, this pulls in Mexico. He ends up driving it up on fight day.
What?
Gives it to me fight day. He gives me this badass mask, like a lucha libre mask. Shout out to
Nice.
DJ Buffalo, but he brought like his aunt, his sister. They drove to LA, dude. But gave me the card like personally, you know. And he
That's
said he got it
legit.
out of a Target.
Yeah,
Blast.
That's awesome.
that's crazy.
It's like Mexico or by the border, dude.
That's nuts, dude. I go to 3. I'm in Austin. My 2 cohorts there in SoCal. So if you ever bring the kids down to Disneyland or whatnot, you invite those 2 and they will get you the best food. If I'm there, I will take you to the best herbal dispensaries and we'll hook up with some good king rolls, I swear. I'm looking at the list right now actually because I wanted to see what they print. The hobby shops here get all the hobby cards. I think that the selects, the 101s will probably be in the hybrid boxes, the H2s,
Really?
the $99 boxes.
Yeah.
Looking up yours right now to see where the counts are. But the fact that the 101s weirdly have been in the select blasters at Target and Walmart, which I mean, they're $35 boxes, which is the lowest you can really go on them. But the fact that they're putting 101, the black select flash in there, like
That's wild.
it boggles my mind. There it is, Max Griffin. Let's see. Black Disco, Black Flash, and Black Prism.
Yeah.
The blue 49 is probably awesome. And the tie-dye prism signatures. See, that's what I would look for, man. If I pulled one of you, like number 1 of 25 tie-dye signature of yours, that'd be.
I know the tie-dyes are lit. I have them.
I did I went to see stand-up a few weeks back and I saw Brian Callen, who UFC, everybody kind of knows him for his role in Ready to Rumble. Or no,
he was in that other UFC
the good movie. The Warrior.
Yeah.
But Brian Callen, really funny, and I brought him a Joanna card that had a memorabilia, like piece of her clothes.
Yeah.
And as a gift, because I know he likes UFC fans, and I did comedy and like I respect it, and it's like peer to peer. And I had to tell him it was her underwear, of course, and make the whole thing awkward. But that's what I do, and that's what I do on this podcast. It's my job.
That's your job, and you do it well.
It is. Oh well, thank you. We're doing all right with our picks this year, Max. We're getting better, I gotta say. Having intelligent mind like yours come in.
I want to get one from Max before we let him go. Do you have Volkanovski or Makhachev?
This thing's fucking hard to open.
Don't sidestep the question.
All right, so I'll tell you what. I was very sad about what Makhachev did to Oliveira.
Right?
I'm not going to tell you that I think that Volkanovski is going to be Makhachev.
That's fair.
That won't come out of my mouth. Yeah, I just can't. If I believed in Oliveira and he can do it, yeah.
It was. What are you smoking? I usually get to ask my cohorts what they're drinking. I don't usually drink. I usually smoke. I prefer it. It's the one thing I regret about moving to Texas. Oh, thank you, dude. That second hand is beautiful.
It's my Carta 2. I got my
nice
digital.
Nice smokeless and everything. That's beautiful. Are you more of a sativa guy or an indica guy, or do you not particularly care?
I'm a get high you can kind of guy. It'd probably be more indica, hybrid. I mean, I'm not anti-sativa, but there's like a good flavor. I do a sativa, but I like hybrid. I like getting high, man. I like, Yeah, as you can.
I think of like Nick Gamez, as we call him.
Yeah.
Nick
We
Diaz.
had okay. I got to tell you,
What?
UFC
You tell it
270 right in Anaheim. Down
Yeah.
the street from the Honda Center, there's a gas station that we went into after, and they had a girl who weighed maybe 93 pounds, definitely a crackhead. She goes, "Oh, were you guys just at the UFC?" And we were like, "Yeah." She goes, "A UFC fighter was just in the parking lot." And I was like, "Who?" I was like, "Who?" And she goes, "Nick Gamez." And I was like,
Yeah, okay.
I was
Nick
like, "All
Gamez.
right, do you mean Nate Diaz?" And she was like, "I don't know. This is his picture." And she shows us a picture. Sure shit, it's Nate Diaz, not Nick Gamez. But again, she's a crackhead working at a gas station at fucking midnight. So, you know.
But like I see things like that, and we talked about Matt Riddle just a few days ago. Like out of nowhere, he just sort of came up in the topic. And now I'm looking at the prospect of D-Rod and Max Griffin fighting one day. And the fact that the both of you could light up afterwards at the post-fight presser and smoke together and alleviate y'all's pain and get to the headspace where you want to be makes me very happy.
I'll tell you this. This fight week is the first fight week that I've been able to smoke on fight week. And it's been incredible.
Because of New York? Because of New York?
No, you're saying the card
specifically?
you were on in Vegas?
Oh shit.
Yes. Because USADA lets you smoke.
Yeah.
You can have weed in competition. And it's the first time I fought in Vegas since this rule.
How did that affect you, if you think it did?
Well, usually, oh yeah, that was nice.
I'm gonna get there soon. I'm so jealous.
That was so I usually quit like a month out, 4 weeks out, just for drug testing. That's why I always did for my whole career. This last time I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna stop smoking. You know, it was 4 weeks, and I'm just like, I just started like burning at night. I won't smoke all day, but I'll smoke at night. The training to kind of just recover and decompress. So I started doing that, and I kept doing it 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out. I'm like 1 week out. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, yo, I can't quit now. I can't quit now and have like withdrawals and shit. I can't have the sweats and shit. So when I stopped smoking for a while, the like first 2 days are like terrible, you know, and then I'm over it. But I didn't want to go through that stress on my body so close to the fight.
No.
So then fuck, it's like fight week. I'm like, fuck, am I gonna bring my fucking car? Am I gonna bring my dab rig? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like that's doing a little too much. I'm not gonna be getting ripped out there, but
Yeah.
I brought my pen, I brought some edibles, and I was like, yeah, I'll keep it clean. I was talking to Fluffy, my teammate, because he fought before me. He fought Power Bar, Barry Alt, and beat the shit out of him and left him unconscious. Shout out to Anthony Hernandez. But he told me, he's like, I kept it lit, man. I stopped smoking Wednesday. Yeah, cut day I quit, and then to stop, you know. Fight day didn't smoke, and that night I did. And I kind of did the same blueprint. I got the cut day of the Thursday, you know, didn't hit the pan, and then but dude, to be able to smoke on Wednesday, Tuesday, it just made it normal. It just made the fight like and the whole experience like it's just another day, dude. It was just another day.
That's a good perspective.
In paradise. Yeah, it was like a whole nother day. And then fought to beat the fool's ass and fucking it's getting way more it's just getting how I wanted it to be. Really. Yeah. It's starting to turn into how I knew it could be. We're 5 straight. We're 5 straight. I don't care what nobody says. We're 5 straight.
We're with you.
You know, my mental coach says, yo, he's like, we've been together 5 fights. We've got 5 win bonuses. You know, you got 5 win bonuses in a row. That's 5 wins in a row. So it's like, yeah, but just how I feel mentally and just how it is going now, I enjoy it. You know, I'm doing all the right stuff and I'm training the right way and learning from the right people and doing the right shit.
Yeah.
And it just feels good. It feels easy, kind of. Not easy, but when I'm fighting these guys, man, I'm not feeling in any kind of like danger. It's hard to explain. Like, I'm just not feeling in danger. It's hard to explain, man.
Can I?
You talk. You
It
saw.
should
You've been.
be.
Can I flip that on you? Who's the guy that they call you? They're like, Max, you're fighting this person, you know, in February or whenever your hands healed. Who's the guy you're like, all right, I got to take that
Who's
shit
the guy?
seriously?
Everyone's dangerous, but when I'm in there, yeah, they're dangerous. But when I'm in there on fight night, I'm so prepared that it's just not.
So
it's not a big deal.
So they call you and so you're in there with Hamzat or Kamaru, Leon Edwards. You're as confident as you are against a guy like D-Rod? That's a real question. I'm because that's a mindset I personally don't have. Okay.
Yeah. When I'm trained up,
okay.
When I have a camp against anyone on the planet, fuck
dude,
yeah.
And honestly,
they're all gonna fuck.
That's the difference between a professional athlete and a guy like, well, it's not the only difference. That's one of the main differences between a guy like you, who's a professional athlete, and a guy like me, who's a high school teacher. Like that level of confidence that I respect it, man. And there's something so like truly, I'm not even just blowing smoke up your ass because you're here. Like that's because shit. Kamaru Usman? No, I'm not. Again, can I bring you anything, sir? You know, but I couldn't. Like I'm not getting in a metal cage with that guy. You know.
Yeah.
Something you talked about, Max. I think I don't remember exactly where I saw it. You talk about how you get this like feeling of you're not you, kind of like you're kind of outside yourself, almost not like. You're not separated, right? Not like, because I understand disassociating. Like, I understand that from therapy and having depression and things like that and dealing with it personally. So, but like, when you described how there's this thing in you that is just greatness, right? And like, it's exploding. Creative people have that, man. That's art to me, is when you let that shit out. And what's really telling about a person is how they control it before that, right? Like how they turn it into discipline. And a lot of people think that weed stops people from doing that. But at the same time, it actually controls it for a lot of people. Like for me, it calms the monster, if you will. Otherwise, I'd be a fucking ADD nutbag, you know? Be all over the place.
Very true.
So it helps people. I don't want to keep you. You've already stayed twice as long as I asked. And bro, you're welcome anytime. I mean, we come on once a week. We shoot the shit. You're welcome anytime you'd like to.
For sure.
What are there any cards you're going to that they like got you? You've got tickets that you're like really looking forward to?
It was really just this New York one. I really wanted to go to this last one, and I went to that. I do have tickets to this Orlando card. We didn't really talk about who I think is going to win that fight. The Holland and
go
ahead, give us a pick.
Wonder Boy.
I think the Karate Boy is a master, man. You know, I think he's a master striker, man. I don't see Holland being able to like wrestle him. Really,
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't see him being able to wrestle him. Probably, honestly, Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think like. Is Holland gonna take him down? He's gonna try to sub him.
Didn't he get knocked out pretty hard? Stephen Thompson got his clock clean.
I don't think so.
No, I'm thinking of something else.
I think not Poirier.
He lost to
Luke.
Bilal.
Did Luke knock him out?
No, he beat Luke.
That's what I got that backwards.
He pieced Luke up, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have a knockout, just some decisions.
I think Pettis knocked him
Pettis did, yeah, Pettis finished him back in 2019.
Do you
with that
have?
like super punch.
I know that you've been doing this since you were like 4, probably because of Ninja Turtles and or Power Rangers, like
Yes.
myself. Hell
Yes.
yeah. That was one of the options for the Photoshop for the Instagram, which I'm terrible at. But that was Ninja Turtles was an option. Would you be Michelangelo? I mean, you're funny. You like pizza. Dom is Raphael, that's clear.
What?
You are Raphael.
All right.
I know you don't like the turtles, but that's who you are.
I don't like the Ninja Turtles, but that's
You're
fine.
totally Raphael. I'm
All right.
Leonardo, 100%.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, Michelangelo.
Yeah, and I'm definitely Donatello because I got the biggest stick.
All right.
I don't think that's true.
It may not be. But shit, man. I'm way excited for all the fights that you have coming up. And for
Me
all
too,
of the
man.
fights that-
When are we gonna see you next in the cage?
So I go tomorrow. So let's see here. I'm still gonna train. What's in November? Say March.
Okay.
How about that London card, huh?
How about that?
that O2? The welterweight playground.
Dude, that's a wild place to fight. Like the crowd there is insane.
That's what O2.
O2, London. That crowd is insane.
O2.
That's where it's at.
I have to fight. Is there any like international? Maybe Gunnar Nelson. Like, is there any guys that are
Just beat the shit out of Patty for me.
Yeah, but Patty would have to come up, even though we know out of fight camp he could definitely get above.
I got in trouble for bullying Patty actually.
Oh, for real?
What?
Yeah. I got banned online from for a little bit.
I didn't know you had any sort of history with him. I just am not the biggest Patty fan. Let's hear, can you tell
all
us
the
that
more
story
reason.
or no?
Yeah, I'll tell
Okay.
you. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Let me jog my memory. All right. Yeah. He did a so there was a post that I think ESPN MMA or someone made. Because you know what? No, Charles Oliveira fought Poirier. Charles choked out Charles choked out Poirier. And then he commented on the thing, oh, I'd submit both of those guys, or whatever. Inside, I went around. I said, have some respect. I was like, you're talking about two legends here. Like, have some respect. And then he said something, I forgot what he said to me, some rude shit. And I said, I'll smack that stupid bowl cut off your head.
Hell yeah.
And I put a bowl of like noodles on the like an emoji, you know? And I put a slap. And then next thing I know, I'm in like Instagram jail for bullying him. You know?
Yeah, but you're both professional fighters. How the fuck is that bullying?
That's what I said. That's what I said back. I'm like, you're a professional fighter, yo. Yeah. So I don't know if it was him or one of his little cronies, but it got reported.
No, I'm blaming that 100% on Patty Pimblington and his team, whoever the
100%.
fuck. Yeah, 100%. He needs to grow some fucking balls and take it.
Jalen Turner, give him to Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner,
His girl got the shit beat out of her too last weekend. So
yeah, Molly.
Oh,
McCann.
Molly!
yeah.
Oh my god!
We called that one. I was happy about that.
I was happy too.
We went pretty solid last time. Do you got? I'm in Texas, so I have to by default root for Derek Lewis. Coming up here, but he's always entertaining, man, and he's got a weird kind of change in trajectory in his career as of late. What do you think about him versus Sergey if you follow the heavyweights at all?
They're both good. The Spivak dude and that Pavlovich dude and that polar bear dude. Yo, I think they're either 3 dudes or 2 dudes, but they're both monsters, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The one that whooped Tai Tuivasa's ass,
Cyril
right?
Gahn?
That big dude.
Was that
Maybe was it not Tai Tuivasa? Sergey Spivak beat Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
But that Pavlovich dude,
Yeah.
he beat Greg. He beat
yeah.
who did he
Did
beat?
Pavlovich beat Tai Tuivasa? Let me see.
Dude.
I'm bringing it up.
Pavlovich.
Because
Well,
Derek Lewis got knocked out by
beat
Ty.
Derek Lewis in July.
Yeah.
He lost to Overeem. No, he hasn't fought Ty. Cyril Gahn beat the shit out of Tai Tuivasa and Derek Lewis, for that matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Volkov.
Man, Cyril Gahn is like if Andre the Giant worked out. It's creepy.
Okay. So is Tai Tuivasa fighting one of them?
Tai Tuivasa is fighting.
Tai
one of them. I
Tuivasa
think
is
he's
fighting Pavlovich on December 3rd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in Orlando.
He's fighting
Yeah.
Pavlovich. They're both Sergeys. Yeah, Ty is fighting Sergey Pavlovich. Derek's fighting Sergey Spivak.
That's right.
Somebody.
They're
somebody's going to
both
see-
really good, dude. They're
Yeah.
both. Who do you think's better?
The Battle of the Sergeys.
Shit, I don't know.
Well, we named this episode, fellas, the Battle of the Sergeys with Max
That's right.
Griffin. Shit, dude, I like Spivak, man.
I would
do.
go-
That could wrestle,
I would
right?
go.
He's
Yeah, he's
ragdoll.
That's
a
what
great,
it
he's
is,
a great
dude.
wrestler. But he got
He
That
beat
is
Greg
exactly
Hardy.
why.
he got his shit torn
Right.
apart when he fought Tom Aspinall back in 2021 last year in September.
Yeah.
He got
But Spivak, dude, he made Greg Hardy fake like he got knocked out.
for real. Yeah, no, that was
Mhm.
total domination.
So good.
That was one round of domination.
Yeah, it was.
right there.
Yeah, it was.
He popped up like you weren't even knocked out, dude.
Ion
Yeah,
Kudalaba would have been proud. That poor guy. Shit. I told my wife that I was on a Zoom call with Max Payne and that he smoked and that I had to smoke in with him because you can't pass up the opportunity. You
We don't have
can't.
to smoke at the same time.
Yeah, well, cheers. Well, it's not too often you get the opportunity. I used to go to Bellator events all the time. Back in SoCal. You ever been to
No
Get down
free
there?
shout outs.
Hey, cheers, bro. See,
Take note.
I knew I was gonna marry my wife when her mom asked me to do a dab with her.
What?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it's kind of just love at first spliff. I don't,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Anytime you want, hit us up. You have my email. We're connected, and
For sure.
we'll chat some more. Whether it's
For sure, it was fun. It was fun today.
yeah, man. We do this.
Usually
once
it's
a week.
not fun.
We try. We try to be fun.
We try to make it fun.
we know where we fit in. We know where we fit in.
Yeah, dude. We're just the annoying friends that like you talk to, and they somehow always bring the conversation back to UFC.
That's right.
So like this is when we three meet and rock the world with our commentary.
Right. What's next week?
Ah, man,
Are there
next
fights next week or no?
yeah, we're about to do some picks. We're looking
next
at
week is it's Derek Lewis and Sergey Spivak
yep. I can't believe
and the
it's next
Vanilla
week
Gorilla
already.
himself, Chase Sherman.
Yeah,
What's
next
it?
week we'll be making picks for 282, won't we? Or my
Next week will be the Wonder Boy versus Holland fight,
The week after,
and then
that
after that
282.
is 282.
But Dom, you're going to be busy next week.
Yeah,
right?
next week I'm gonna be. I got to go to Arizona. Well, Vegas first, then Arizona,
Nice.
It's hot as shit in Arizona.
bro. So I'm going for my in-laws are there. I'm going for Thanksgiving, and then we're going elk hunting after Thanksgiving. And they're talking
Nice.
about like, oh, we're gonna need like 8 layers and shit. I'm like, how cold's it gonna be? They're like 40. Like, okay, 40 is not that cold. Like, it's cold, but it's not
Yeah.
that. It's not the fucking.
Not 8
It's not the
layers.
Arctic Circle. What are we
pretty
talking
cold.
about? But it's 120 all the time for them. So, Max, is Zalgis Zamagulov a real guy or is he a deep fake?
Because he
I've
doesn't look
seen
much-
him.
You've seen him?
I've seen him in real life.
Because he's
Okay,
he's
so
fighting on
so he
he's
is a
fighting
real
on
person.
Saturday. He's the
He is.
he's
Looks.
the feature prelim.
Yeah, he's like an Asian Russian or something.
He is like an Asian Russian.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Right?
Russia
Alright.
is
Exactly
technically
what
in
I
Asia.
called him.
Russia is technically in Asia. So you've seen him.
Now
then.
I can't-
You can confirm.
Zamas
Yeah,
is real,
Okay.
folks. You
He
heard it here
looks
first.
fake. He does look kind of interesting.
Yeah, he does.
Now I have to bring him up. Geez, shot.
I have had an entire bottle of wine during our conversation, so I'm pretty sure he's a deep fake. That's the whole point.
All right, brother. I appreciate your time, Max. I'll get you out.
Max,
get
thank you,
out of
man.
Here soon.
Yep. Thank you
For
very much
sure.
for your time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good job.
And now it's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast picks.
UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Spivak.
Battle
go.
of the Spivaks.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Battle of the Bastards, but
I agree with Max that
But
we
not
need to
as
do
cool.
a battle of the Sergeys. I think that would be good. Well, that headlines a pretty fun card, actually. The prelims got some good players on it. Rogan won't be there for Vanessa Demopoulos to jump into his arms again.
Yep, we saw that.
That's cool. Ricky
used to be a stripper.
Turquoise. Yeah, Turquoise coming back.
Is he a tough guy?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a tough guy.
Yeah, okay.
tough winner? That'll be a fun one, Kevin.
And it's Ronnie Turkios, not Turquoise.
I like
It is not
Turquoise.
Turkios, dude. What are we?
It is.
This is like Ricky Simon all over again. Or Rodney Simon. What's his name?
Ricky Simone.
No, Ricky Simone.
No, don't say Simone. You're making me upset now.
This is Ricky Simone.
Miles Johns is taking a break from his porn career to fight Vince Morales.
Wow.
Yeah,
Marina,
he is.
Ukrainian strong Moros taking
Yeah.
on Jennifer Maya.
Is
That's
her
gonna be a-
nickname Ukrainian Strong?
No, but I should be.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good fight. I'm surprised it's on the prelims and it's ranked women's flyweight.
Okay. Hang on. Pause right there, Aaron.
Yeah.
I just want to say that a real UFC fighter, a real guy who's won 4 out of his last 5 fights, and if you ask any of the 3 of us and him, 5 of his last 5 fights, agreed with me that Zalgas Zamagulov doesn't seem like a real guy. I'm just saying.
No. He said he was real.
Saw
He
him in
met him.
person. He proved
met
that he
him in person.
exists.
No, but he said, yeah, he does kind of look like
he looks like a conglomeration of
dude is a
multiple
deep
people.
fake. That's all I'm saying. He's a hologram.
However,
got-
he's real.
Yeah. And he's
Also
gonna-
taking a break from his porn career as Charles Johnson.
Yeah, he is. To fight Zalgas. I Charles is the favorite. I got Zalgas in this one. I think.
How do you fight a hologram? I don't know.
You don't. He runs through you. Jack Della Maddalena's coming back. He's got a fun
Yeah.
name to say and an
Ready
even
to
funner
smash.
nose to look at.
Ready to smash.
Did you guys hear Brad Riddell has taken a step away from MMA following his most
Yes, I
recent loss?
saw that. Or no, I didn't
Also,
see that. I heard
Shout
it.
out Dan Hooker.
Yeah, right. We
Yeah.
all counted him out.
Don't be the Brazilian Ryan Hall, Puelas, or the was he from
Puelas?
Peru.
He was from
Peruvian?
Peru.
Yeah.
Peru, the best South American food,
Oh,
as many people have said.
Whoa.
The
that's-
best
yeah.
food in South America comes from Peru.
Ooh, Brazilian steakhouses though are
Do
pretty.
you think that?
delicious.
Yeah, because they have like many different types of
Are you
cuisine.
considering Mexico
true.
North America?
Yes, Mexico is
Okay.
North America, son.
No. I said, are you because Mexican food is no question better than Peruvian food.
That is
Mexican food is no doubt the best North American food,
Correct.
True. Yeah.
but
That's
it's
true.
in North America, not
Well,
South
but it's
America.
south of America.
What are we even doing? What are we even doing?
I don't
Do you
know.
know-
I don't know at this point. I don't know.
Do you know who doesn't care about which American food is better?
Andre not touchy
Fiallo.
feely Fiallo.
Not
and Muslim
he's not
Salikov.
touchy feely. Fiallo.
Yeah. That's
Muslim
gonna-
though is going to take him down and smash him.
You think? Yeah, definitely. I mean, unless Andre can
And
catch
that
him coming
line
in.
that line shows it, right? Like that's a That's basically a pick 'em.
Yes.
Yeah, Andre is a machine. And then Chase the Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah.
Sherman, Waldo Cortez Acosta.
Give me. Hang on, I got a nickname for you. Where's Waldo Cortez Acosta?
Hell yeah. For the win.
For the win. I love it. And then Kennedy and Jakku.
That's our guy, Kennedy. We like Kennedy.
Fighting
We do.
Ion Kutalaba, who we also brought up about
no
his
slouch.
painting, his-
Jan Kutalaba is a monster.
Yeah,
Somebody's
I can't
going
wait
to sleep
for
in that fight.
Yep, somebody is going to
Definitely.
sleep. Jan Kutalaba is like if I could put the pizza down and trained 4 times as hard as I currently do.
If I did, I'd be a third of one of Derek Lewis's hot balls.
This is okay. Here's a question for you. When was the last time Derek Lewis was an underdog?
Oh man.
Maybe against Cyril, but even then, Cyril wasn't Cyril. Cyril became Cyril after he beat the fuck out of Derek Lewis. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think that's the last time he was he was an underdog.
Was he an underdog to Cyril?
I don't know for sure, but I'm speculating that he was.
I think he was. I think he was an underdog to Ty.
No.
Speaking
No,
of
he
underdogs, no, I don't think so. If anything, that was a pick 'em. I am leaving for Vegas on Sunday morning, so we could get a 282 pretty neat parlay in if you guys want.
Ooh, parlay. I
We'll
got
have to look at it.
Spivak.
He
Then
beat
I got
Bandera.
Speaking of pretty neat podcast,
everybody
you didn't have to
beats
come on the
Bandera.
show to get cursed.
Yeah, everybody beats Bandera. You just have to deny that you want to be on the show and you're fucking cursed.
No, you just have to not even answer. You don't
Right.
like.
You
I would have
ghost.
accepted a no.
If you ghost the PNP,
Don't do
Yeah.
it.
you are
No.
cursed.
It's actually very exclusive. to be
There
on the
are
PNP.
dozens of us out here. Okay.
The only way you get on this show is if I reach out or you reach out to me and you contact me the exact same day and can squeeze it in. That's how you get on the Pretty
Man,
Neat podcast.
Max
It's
was-
an exclusive
What
club.
did you? This doesn't have to make the show. Max was great. I thought.
Yeah, great.
He was. Hey, by the way, Derek Lewis was a favorite against Ty. He was a
Damn.
minus 170.
That's we must have said that was absurd in the moment.
Like,
Wow,
We
I'll
must
have to.
have. That fight
Wow.
wasn't even that long ago. That's crazy.
he was a minus 170 in that fight.
That makes no sense.
That's wild.
What about against Cyril? Can you see it?
I'm pulling it up right now against Gone. Here we go.
What do you
I
think?
want Cyril gone. I want Cyril gone. John Jones so bad. I
Oh,
think
dude,
Cyril's-
Cyril was a minus 350 in that fight.
Okay.
That's a huge. He was a huge.
Thank
favorite.
you, odds makers, for getting one correct.
Hey, guess what? You know what you're doing.
Yeah, you sure do.
What do you think about him and Spivak?
Spivak takes him down, beats him the fuck up. The dude has a polar bear tattooed on his chest with
Yeah.
like cage
Yeah.
links behind it, which is a terrible tattoo. I mean, let's be honest, it's a terrible tattoo, but nonetheless, Derek Lewis does not fight well off his back.
Are you not a polar bear fan?
No, I love polar bears.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Who doesn't love polar bears? They menace seals. They are seal menaces.
Polar bears, and polar bears are just a group of grizzlies that went north, right? Like,
Yeah.
Polar bears are fucking dope, and they will kill you, no questions asked.
And they're fucking giant.
They are so big. I don't think Derek Lewis has a chance. I just think he's gonna headline a fight night because he can swing his fist and stop the show, which is fun. But I think his window has closed, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. To his credit, he is the knockout king. That's what his tattoo on his chest says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
the
knocks
record.
people out. However, he has the Achilles heel of people grabbing him, taking him to the ground,
Mhm.
and piecing him up.
Yep.
And then you also have like the unicorns like Cyril, who will just outmaneuver you at heavyweight.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I think y'all are spot on. I mean, there's no path to victory except a knockout.
Except that for Spivak, is this the biggest step up in competition? It kind of is. Well, no, Tom Aspinall. So no, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, he lost to Tom Aspinall, and
Right,
then
but
obviously
Aspinall's
Tom
a much better fighter than Derek Lewis.
so much better. Like Tom
Yeah.
Aspinall hasn't reached his full potential, and
Tom
obviously
Aspinall's not hearing a peep out of Derek Lewis.
and it's tragic, right? That the way he lost and he hurt himself. But
Mhm.
yeah, Hardy we know is a joke.
Yep.
Augusto Sakai is just a fat dude.
Although it's Greg Hardy was like an outside linebacker defensive end in the NFL, like a Pro Bowl level.
Yeah, he was Pro
Athlete.
Bowl level.
Interesting to hear Max talk about how big Greg Hardy is.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
because
that is-
265 in the NFL is small, right?
Yeah, he was playing football around 300 pounds.
Yeah. TJ Watt's gonna go 280. The Bosa brothers are gonna go 290. No problem.
Yes.
So, and God, can you imagine, Ryan, like LeBron or one of the Bosa brothers, if they were like, you know what, I prefer MMA.
Right. I'm gonna LeBron.
Good
goes,
night,
"You know what?
everybody else."
Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and retire after this year at the age of what 30?
No. I'm saying
37?
if instead of training for football, the Bosa
Oh, he's
brothers
like-
just trained for MMA,
Oh, they would fuck people up.
bro. Aaron, you got to understand. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, John Jones. Okay. No, that's
John
that's cool.
Jones.
I'm not saying they'd beat him in a fight today. I'm saying if they had trained MMA their whole life like they trained football, dude, no,
Just
don't
the
even.
physicality. Just
Don't bring that over here.
I
Your
think of like-
kung fu is no good here, to steal a word from Brian Callen.
I think of like a welterweight that's just been wrestling his whole life. That's just a tree trunk, right? And is so
Yeah.
much bigger than all other welterweights. That's what they would be as heavyweights,
Yes.
right? Brock Lesnar, but with more,
I mean, no. That's not even. I
More.
mean, which one?
right? Because Brock Lesnar couldn't make an NFL team.
No, of course not. Joey is on the Chargers. Yeah.
Yes.
I refuse to talk about the 49ers. Let's talk about Joey. So Joey, Aaron, 6'5", 280 pounds.
He's beast.
Wait a second. We're probably tipping the scales at 4.7% body fat.
Yeah, he's in sick shape.
We're talking a 40 time that a UFC fighter, they're not even going to run because they don't. And his brother is probably better, but Joey's a
his
beast
brother
too.
is better.
His brother is better, but Joey's a beast and fuck the 49ers. So let's talk about Joey because I'm a Charger fan now. And
All right, so Joey Bosa ran the 40-yard dash in 4.86 seconds.
No, hang on. Aaron, because Ryan, I know you know this.
Mhm.
Aaron, less than 1% of the world could run it that fast.
Oh yeah.
And way less than 1% of the world is 6'5",
Yeah.
280 pounds. And here's the thing: when they say 280, really what they mean is 310. Ryan, continue.
Yes. Yeah, his combine results, vertical jump 32 inches, which means he got 32 inches of vertical leap from where he jumped
From a standstill.
from a standstill. His broad jump, which they do from a standstill as well, is 120 inches, which actually he scored the second highest in his defensive group for his broad jump, which is just his ability to explode. And then 3-cone drill, which is like a shuttle type race, 6.89 seconds, where his agility was on display and scored in the 93 percentile for all people in his defensive group in all time in the combine.
That's fucking nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Now-
a great prospect. Or great
Now I
player.
need to feel better about myself. Let's talk about number 99. Ryan, get him.
All right, so Aaron Donald combine. Here we go.
Here's the thing:
All right.
his combine numbers. I don't. We'll
All
see.
right,
Go ahead.
no, it's insane, right? It's insane.
Yeah.
So let's start with the 40-yard dash.
Okay.
He's a defensive
So,
tackle, right?
Aaron Donald plays in the middle of the line, not on the edge,
Yeah.
which is much tougher. And he's 6'1". Again, they say 280. Look at him with his shirt off. 310, 315.
Bigger than that, I would
Yeah, yeah.
assume.
He
So we said Joey
Fucking
Bosa
huge.
ran his 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. He plays outside. He's more known for his quickness. Aaron Donald, who plays inside, ran the 40-yard dash in 4.68 seconds. which is 98th percentile of all people in that defensive group all time.
Which means against cornerbacks and free safeties whose thing is to run.
Right. He's just running faster than these people.
Good catch him.
Vertical jump, they both did a 32-inch.
But again, Aaron Donald is a comfortable 5 inches shorter than Joey
5 inches
Bosa.
shorter, and also realistically 25 pounds heavier.
Yes.
Broad jump, Joey Bosa did 120. Aaron Donald did 116. Okay. But in terms of their defensive group, 116 inches as a defensive tackle, interior defensive lineman is in the 95th percentile of your specific group all time. And then
all time, that's everyone who's ever done it.
All time that's ever been recorded. And then in the 3-cone drill, Joey Bosa, impressive, 6.89 seconds. That's 93 percentile for his group. Aaron Donald, 7.11 second, which is 0.2 slower, but also was in the 97th percentile of his group. And if you want to also know what he put up in his bench press, because that's a thing in the
so 225, so 2 plates, 245s on both sides.
Yes. So the bench press is 225 pounds, and essentially what they have them do is just bench press until they can't clear it anymore.
To failure. Yeah.
Let's see, combine, and I will tell you, combine bench press. So we're going to do a compare and contrast.
I'm looking at Aaron Donald's, but I don't know what the Bosa's is.
All right, so I'm pulling up Bosa's right now. Let's go. So Aaron Donald did 35 reps
without stopping.
Without stopping, which is essentially like you've seen it. I mean, you and Dom and I have watched the combine probably for fun.
It's so I like, especially that linebacker whose dick was flopping around. That's my favorite thing.
It is so massive. Anyway, Aaron Donald did 35 reps, just full extension going until he can't stop. 35 reps, which is not even like you would think that's going to be elite. It's elite. It's in the 91 percentile mark for his defensive group. Joey Bosa did 24. So Aaron Donald did 11 more than he did. Relatively speaking, they're 25 pounds difference, but obviously the composition of those two individuals is far different.
And this is to take absolutely nothing away from Joey Bosa, who is a fucking freak.
Yeah.
But if Aaron Donald was like, you know what, not going to be a defensive tackle, the problem is he can make more than $100 million in 2.5-3 seasons playing in the NFL and isn't sniffing $100 million in the UFC. That's why he plays in the NFL. If Aaron Donald was a heavyweight,
yeah, nobody's beating him.
First of all, I don't know that he could get to 265. Is part of the problem.
That's true.
But he's like, oh, I'm sorry, 0 gone. That's cute. Watch what happens when I get you on the ground. Yeah.
And as a fun comparison, right? The person who's done the most bench press reps at the combine ever was in 1999 for somebody that you'll never know who that is, but he was also a defensive tackle out of Eastern Kentucky, and he did 51 reps of 225
Good Lord.
At the combine. And that was Justin Ernest, who I've never heard of. And that still remains the record for now 23 years.
Jesus. That's crazy.
What they'll say about a guy like Aaron Donald, either of the Bosas, TJ Watt, all these just fucking freak athletes is like, oh, you think you deadlift? Put an amount of weight on the bar. He'll do it. He'll pick it up. It doesn't matter. These guys are so. I mean, John Jones' brother Chandler is and I don't know how he's doing this year. You could, Ryan, you know better than I would.
He's playing for I think
Vegas, right?
Arizona. Oh, he is playing for Vegas. He's not doing great, but at the same time, like Max Crosby on the other end is a stud.
Yes.
Who's in this prime and he's just crushing it. So you would think that Chandler would get more one-on-one type of guards, but he's really not producing. So
Chandler, though,
could be a thing.
Chandler only has 19 total tackles, 12 solo. That doesn't sound right.
Sounds
Chandler,
like a timeshare.
Chandler is like an all-world level at his prime, all-world linebacker. That's John Jones's brother, and his other brother was what, a defensive tackle for the Eagles?
He was a defensive tackle
Or the
for
Jets?
for the Ravens. He won a Super Bowl with the Ravens.
Yep.
He's a massive, massive man.
Yep.
And John Jones is the runt of the family.
Yeah, which is absurd. Chandler Jones is a couple of years there, just again all world level stuff for him for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the Patriots, he was crushing it.
Although the Raiders have him listed as a defensive end, he has some good seasons with the Cardinals too. 11 sacks, 19 sacks in 2019. Vegas has him listed as a defensive end. I remember him playing linebacker.
It probably depends on the scheme, if we're being honest. 4-3 versus 3-4.
They're ends and linebackers, outside linebackers, going to be kind of interchangeable. Also, Aaron, just so you know, so Cyril Gonright, 6'6", 270, big boy. Chandler Jones, a comfortable 6'5", 260, playing linebacker. So when we say that Zhang Weili picking him up is not that impressive, that's kind of what we're talking about.
Picking up a linebacker.
Yeah. What do we go out on today? We got a wrap.
Shit.
Hey, Max Griffin 2020 fucking
Max
Lord.
Griffin 2024. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Yeah, you know why I love MMA so much? It's pretty neat. That is 100% true, but it's also because it brings us together. You know what? Violence really does bring people together. Yes, let's get back